Hello my friends and welcome back to Kev's Hobby Showcase. I am of course Kevin. You may have also seen me on Tabletop Droids Productions presents Two Idiots Playing Board Games, where John and I play strategy and miniature based board games and have a great time doing it. In fact, probably most of the miniatures that I paint on this channel are going to eventually are going to be appearing on that channel as well. And on that note, what I have today is a unit of Super Battle Droids from the Star Wars Legion game. Pretty sure that these were first, as far as the movies go, they first appeared in Attack of the Clones. So they're quite a bit different from the regular Battle Droids. I know they're a little bit bigger. I know as far as with the game goes, the unit is less of them, but I haven't used them yet. I haven't had a chance to play them yet. But I'm assuming that they probably have a little bit more firepower than the regular battle droids. But, we'll see. All that remains to be seen. Okay, so as you saw, they weren't primed yet, so that's the next step. So next, we'll step outside. Excuse me. Hopefully before it starts raining, because it's a little bit overcast today. And we'll get these pieces primed, and then we'll get them ready for the base coat. All right? So stay tuned. I will be right back. Hello and welcome back, and we're going to be priming the Super Battle Droids. Alright, so even though they're bigger than the regular ones, it's still gonna, not gonna take that long because they are still pretty small. Okay, here we go. See, just a little bit. You don't even need to hold it down that long. You can pretty much cover the entire piece fairly quickly. Okay, oops. Alright, now we got just two more left to go. Okay, last one. Okay, and that's it. That's all there is to it. Alright, so we're going to let that primer dry. We're going to let it all settle into all the little crevices and little nooks and crannies of it. And then we're going to get to the base coat. Alright, so stay tuned, and I'll be right back. Okay, the back of the primers had time to dry. It's had ample time to dry, actually. And we're going to start with the Super Battle Droids. Okay, let's get all ready here. This is becoming a well-known thing now, this part coming out of here. Alright, bring it down. Okay. So, I've chosen the color metallic gray. And I was looking at the box for like a guide on how to paint these, and there isn't much color needed. Yeah, so this might go a little quicker than I had anticipated. Sorry if my voice keeps getting gargly. It usually happens to me this time of year. The weather's starting to get a little cooler. And I actually love this weather. Yeah. I feel like I could do a lot of things better when the weather gets cooler. Alright, so as I was saying before, these battle droids, if I remember correctly, and I believe I do, made their first appearance in the movie Attack of the Clones. So I remember when I was in the theater watching it, I remember seeing these, and I'm like, "Ooh, what are those?" I think it was, I don't I'm not even sure if it was even in the movie. It may have been afterwards when I saw them like on something else, maybe even as a toy or something. That's when I noticed that they were called Super Battle Droids. But it could have been in the movie. Sometimes the memory doesn't immediately recall things like that. In fact, there are plenty of times where I have tried to remember something and for the life of me I could not remember until like hours later, sometimes even days later. Ack! Dropped it. But at least it didn't mess it up. Now I might go over the weapons in black like I tend to do. I'm not entirely sure yet. Well, regardless, excuse me, once I'm done with the base coat, I'm going to have to let all of it dry first before I do anything else. Alright. Okay, getting it all out. Once this is done, I'm halfway through them. Because there is 6 in the unit. Okay. So yeah, I mean it's given them the dark look that they had, but it's also given them a bit of a shine to show that they are indeed supposed to be metal. I mean, I could have just painted them regular gray, but I wanted them to have that little bit extra to make them a little bit extra special. I mean, they are called Super Battle Droids, so gotta give them that extra to make them super. And unfortunately, this paint is a bit thin and it goes on a little bit watery. So sometimes I put on quite a bit more than I intended to. But it seems to be going okay. Oh, my arm's getting stuck to the napkins. Okay. So these, well, they weren't incessantly hard to put together, but they did give me some of the usual problems. So I actually started, when I'm building these, I started wearing like latex gloves so that I won't get paint all over my fingers like I usually do. Because the last time I did it without using the gloves, I felt like I had a shell of glue on my hands. So, you know, so anyway, I used the latex gloves, and so, you know, didn't stop it from sticking to the gloves like it would normally do my fingers. Yeah, some of these has a little tiny trace of those latex gloves. stray hair. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to keep on using those when I build because I don't want to have glue all over my fingers anymore. Sorry. So there's another stray hair on there. It does happen. Sometimes it gets caught on the glue and I don't see it because I noticed it was also covered in primer, which means it was already there. And just a little bit more and we'll be done with the base coat. Dang it, put it on the side. And I think that's it. Okay. Alright, the one thing about it when the paints have been watery is that it runs everywhere. And not just on the piece that you paint. Okay, that's it for that color. Alright, so we're going to give that paint some time to dry. And then when we come back, we're going to start with some of the little details. There's like a red dot that goes like on one of their shoulders. And I actually am going to, you know, where you can see the weapons, I am going to paint it black. And then we'll just take care of the base. And that's it. Alright, so stay tuned. Okay, so we've let the paint on the Battle Droids dry. And I'm going to do a little bit different this time. I'm going to do the base first. And then I'm going to do the little bits, because basically the rest is this like a red dot, and then a little bit of black paint to you know, like where the weapons are, which really isn't a big area. So then this way, give the blue time to dry, and maybe I can do the writing. I mean, I was thinking of making a label, but I decided against that. I'm just going to do what I did on the other Battle Droids and the other video that I did, except this time it's going to be SBD for Super Battle Droids, and I'll put a little one next to it because I do anticipate in the future possibly buying more of them. You know, it's a possibility. You know, eventually with some of these games, I'd like to have a nice big grand army battle. You know, and you know that's the way, you know, that's the way you would do it. So anyway, let's get to it. All right, let's put this on. Let's tuck it down. Okay. Let me get the blue paint ready. Let's see if I got it. Oh, actually, this has got blue paint all over it, so let's use this. Alright, so see as the that metallic gray settled in. It's giving a nice shine to the piece. Alright, for those of you who hear that, I do apologize. Apparently someone's car alarm is going off. Probably one of the most annoying sounds that one could hear, in my opinion at least. Okay, I may have to do a bit of touch up on that metallic gray, because I do see some parts where it's not exactly covering everything. Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, with the this Star Wars game. There's actually a really good site that sells terrain for it. Stuff's already painted, you know, it's already, you know, they got it all nice and ready where you basically, as soon as you get it, you could just take it out, put it together, and just use it, right away. I mean, I can't remember exactly the site right now. I have it saved in my computer. But this might be one you could find if you type in maybe Star Wars, because it's specifically for Star Wars Legion. So if you type in Star Wars Legion terrain, might be able to find it. Or I got more stuff from this game to paint, maybe in a future video. I'll have looked up the link and I'll share it. And anyway, because I got a few of it and a few things from them, and it does look very good. Okay. In fact, if anybody who's watching this knows anybody who plays Star Wars Legion, or at the very least has the game and is open to playing it, you can tell them about that, or just show them my videos if they're in any place close to Staten Island. Maybe we can arrange a game, but I know that arranging games that way doesn't usually pan out, because you can't be too careful, when you're making plans with strangers. Okay. Alright, that's all 6 of them for the base. So the blue I am most definitely done with. Alright. So we'll put the blue, excuse me, put the blue away. And I will do the red, and this is going to be super quick. Alright. So now you probably can't see it, but right here is a little indent, and when I looked at the packaging, that's all you need. Just a little dot of red. In fact, this could possibly be so minor that I probably could have just not worried about it, not done it, but I was like, nah, I'm going to do it. Okay. This is going so fast. I might have to take a break to let the base dry. To let the bases dry. I may actually have to take a break. Alright. That's it for the red. And put in the black. Alright, let me get yeah, that'll do. Alright, so let's see what we got. That's pretty much it. Oh, hate when I do that. So the metallic gray is actually so dark that the black I'm putting on these guns may not even show up too much, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, this one's a little bit different. They do have some, in their units, they do have some parts of it that are like special weapons. So when you're putting it all together, it's like you gotta, you know, everything is on points, you know, to put your forces together with these games. And you know, and then these special pieces would be extra points, of course. That's it for the black. And I'm going to look to see if anything needs to be touched up with this metallic gray. And I'm going to have to, after that, wait until... Alright, that's good. Oh wait, no. Actually, I may not have to wait. The bases look like they're... I may need to give them a bit more time. That's good. That's good. And that's good. Alright, didn't have to do much for the metallic gray touch-up. Okay. Alright. I'm going to give it some time anyway. Okay, so the base is getting dry, but not dry enough where I could do the lettering on top of it. So I'm going to give this a little few minutes to dry, and when I come back, we're going to finish up that base, and we'll be all done. Alright, so stay tuned. I'll be right back. Okay, so the base has finally dried, and I'm going to put the letters, you know, I'm going to do the little notations on it, and then that's it, and then it's all done. And the Super Battle Droids will be ready for the field. Alright, let's get this done. Alright. Okay. So it's... Okay, well, the S went on nice and steady, but the rest is a bit faded, but that's okay. It's still going to be visible. Alright. Super. Because I'm trying to keep a very steady hand for this. Because when you're trying to do this with a paintbrush, it's very easy to make mistakes. So I did actually find an app that helps you put together your forces for this. Oops. I think it is sponsored by the game, or at least the game company, I think. But I could be mistaken on that. So, when John and I are going to do the I'm going to do the game, I'm going to have it on my devices, so I'll just look into it again and get it all ready to go. Okay. Okay. And that's all of them. Yep. Told you this wasn't going to take long. Okay. So close this up. All right. Got something a little too much. There we go. Okay, so we are all done with the Super Battle Droids. So we arrange them. Okay, and here they are, finished product. Don't they look menacing? Yeah. So yeah, there aren't too many of these. I could turn them around. And so yeah, I mean it's mostly metallic gray, with a little bit here and there, but still looks good. Okay, so anyway, thank you for watching, and of course, like, subscribe, share these videos as much as possible, please. I'd like to reach a very I'd like to broaden my audience and try to reach as many people as possible. Please do the same with the videos on Tabletop Drones Productions, where John and I are the two idiots playing board games, and we will be playing this game one day. So please, like and subscribe, share as much as possible, and just remind people that when you tell them about the channel, that a YouTube subscription costs $0. So it's basically just I think the most you'll get is a notification that a new video is up. So yeah, so please, like I said, share it as much as possible. Try to get it out to as many people as you can, which is the same thing I'm doing, of course. And see you next time. You have a great day, and take care of yourself.